sprayed on my face a bit. Don't mind the birds. Welcome to the Soda and Bird ASMR. Luscious. Talk about getting the tingles.
Gotta go getting the shingles.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's program. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Whoa, oh, careful. Okay, I think I gotta put the cover over the birds.
We're doing the brown bag reveal. She's putting the cover over the birds because they're really chirpy tonight. How's everybody doing? It is stinking cold here. It be cold out. I think it's supposed to start warming up again tomorrow or the next day. But I mean, like, it's been down in the high 50s at night, which is crazy. It's summer, guys. It is summer. Tap that screen, guys. Let's get some loving going on. Let's see some hearts going up the side of that. Hello, everybody. We're peeking around the
Watch
bag.
out for Tatum's butt. You're not watching out for Tatum's butt, and her butt is
Her butt's
important.
sensitive.
She
Yeah.
brought a toy. So, everybody,
The big reveal.
today
The big reveal.
we're triple dipping.
Oh, okay. I got us some plates.
She got us some plates.
Plates and neckins.
And napkins.
Neckins. Hello, everybody.
God. My God. Today we're gonna try the triple dippers from Chili's.
We went to Chili's.
I thought Chili's had logos on their bags. It turns out they don't.
I think they used to.
So here we go.
They're chilling now.
Now, there were a few options we could have taken with today's dinner,
Megan did the ordering.
but okay. So they have quite a few options of combinations because the triple dipper is basically it's like an appetizer plate.
Oh. We're options. Look, we got 2 boxes of options.
It's like an appetizer plate with 3 different
We opted in.
options, and so
There's the egg rolls you were talking about.
that's why it's called the triple dipper. And so first things first, off the bat, they catfished us with the egg rolls
Oh.
because in the pictures they're cut beautifully,
Oh,
like
on the
diagonal,
like they're supposed to be.
and they look so nice, and you can see the insides of them.
They must have had a fill-in guy. They must have had the dishwasher cutting the egg rolls.
The
tonight.
chicken crispers also looked huge online compared to this.
Yeah. You know, I think that they're like doing a little catfishing, like you said.
But we got the mozzarella sticks. Oh, I guess there's only 2 mozzarella sticks. Okay.
Okay, 1 for each.
So we're gonna test while that's hot. I'm gonna try and do a little video.
She's gonna do a little video at the same time. So you
Let's
guys are
see.
part of it. How lucky are you?
First bite, we're gonna try the triple dippy.
Yeah, we'll do some socks in a few minutes. We'll get back to that. Don't worry, we're not ignoring you. But we're gonna try. What are we trying first? The mozzarella sticks.
yeah, I want to see if it's worth all this hype. Everyone does these big cheese pulls with them. Let's see.
With theirs?
Mhm.
From, oh. Yours pulled much different than mine. I went in for the corner. Whoa. Wow.
Mhm.
You guys see that? Really cheesy, right?
Slay chiles. Slay. I just have to document whether or not that was going to go good or bad.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. They didn't catfish you on that one.
They didn't do me dirty, because I'll tell you what. We placed the order. We were late to pick it up, and then we drove home like 10 minutes with it. So these held up. Still, that cheese pull.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
All that time.
So far, so good.
Does yours taste good, even though you didn't get a cheese pull?
Yeah. I you know what? I think I went in from the side, and I think you probably had to do a front and center grab and pull.
Slow.
Yeah, and you gotta do a center like, you know what I'm saying. But it tastes good. I don't see anybody tapping the screen, so requests are off the table until we see some numbers go up there. So what's how much you love us.
So
Yeah, you can ask what we're eating. Absolutely. So this is the triple dipper. We went to Chili's and picked up a to-go order. This is the triple. Megan picked everything. We started out with the mozzarella cheese sticks, and then we're moving into next section 2, which is the chicken tenders, right? And what kind of sauce is that for those?
I think it's honey mustard.
Oh, I love honey mustard. You guys love honey mustard?
So there was a lot of like wing options that you could get as one of the 3 things for. None of those sounded appealing to me personally. But there was a 4th option that I did want.
Oh.
And for the price, I could get another triple dipper with like all of this and get like one of another one with, swap one of these out. Or I could just order. So, this is a way better deal.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so this is a way better deal.
Because you probably would have gotten 2 sliders on there.
We've got 2 sliders and then...
Yeah.
But, so for the same price, I got 4 sliders and some fries, too.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to try the sliders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are definite burger aficionados.
I'm a big
Red Robin has the
burger
best
girl.
honey mustard. We don't have any Red Robins near us. Sometimes I'll buy their french fries in the supermarket, though.
Ooh, they smell good.
Is there anything on them?
I believe there's bacon, onion,
Oh, it looks like a paste that they make.
American cheese, and there might be, I think, ranch.
Okay. Okay. This is quite the little picnic.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Yeah, our big Saturday night, guys.
Just so we, live and love.
What are you guys doing? Did you already try this? Oh.
The fries are good.
Are they? We haven't been to Chili's in forever. Last time we had Chili's, it was a canceled order. And I think it was like 200 chicken wings. All different kinds. And they were like, we had to give so many away because I think it was like on like a football game, somebody had ordered them and they were going really far.
Did you want to try them at the same time at all?
Okay.
I'll wait for you. Don't rush now.
I'll chop my fry. I'm being French here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is that bacon?
Yeah, there's bacon, onion.
Okay.
I think there might be ranch.
Okay. Home on the range. See, and I used to think of Chili's like when they first opened. Yeah. Because we only went there a few times when you were younger when they first opened, and they would do like those fajita things and that stuff. So in my mind, that's like what they do. But I think they've changed
They're also
it up.
kind of like a sports bar. And like, I think it's mostly run and operated by like white people. So like,
Well, white people food.
just like sticking with what they know, what they're good at. You know. I'm not upset with this.
No. Good burgers. Mm.
There was ketchup in the bag if you wanted. Oh, I'm so sorry, babe. I know you just laid down to get comfy. I'm so sorry. Bumped her with the bag.
We still got egg rolls to try after this.
Oh yeah.
Wow. This is a feast, you guys.
It was only $30. Because the triple dipper was like 14, 15. And the burgers was like 14, 15.
So I have a question for you guys. I read all different news things, but
She's just a reader.
Mm.
Hey, don't you sneak over there. It's
So-
you.
ours around here didn't do this, but apparently on July 2nd, everybody mark your calendars,
Thank you, Raven.
the collab between McDonald's and Krispy Kreme is ending. That Krispy Kreme wasn't finding that they were making any money or something. It just didn't work out. Since when did McDonald's have Krispy Kreme donuts?
Have you all been getting Krispy Kremes at McDonald's? And are they crispy?
And are they creamy? I mean,
That's the question that no one's ever asked.
yeah. They were waiting for me to ask it.
And a hero comes along.
Yeah. Has anybody been to a McDonald's that had a Krispy Kreme in it? Or you could get Krispy Kreme
Kaden,
there?
have you ever gotten a Krispy Kreme donut from a McDonald's?
Because I've been to
Have you?
Krispy Kremes and I've been to McDonald's, but
Do
never
share.
never in the same location.
Yes, do tell. Do let us know.
We don't even have any Krispy Kreme. I think they had opened like one in our state years back, but it's long since closed. Just like the Hooters. We used to have a Hooters in our state. It's not closed. And somebody chimed in saying that they've heard of it. And it was here in the United States and all. I'm going to have to look up and see which ones had it.
We're not from Massachusetts. But are you saying, was it a specific,
They had it in
was it just a specific Massachusetts store that did it?
oh, no, it was a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I wish you would know. But that was the first I had heard of it, and what I was hearing was that it was closing, so they were shutting down. And apparently they've been trying to make a go of it for over a year. I know they had, like, what is it? Baskin Robbins and something else is always, like, together.
I
There's,
think it's in Dunkin' Donuts.
is it Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts?
I think so.
Because I think they're not the same franchise, but I think that they market them through the same, that you can buy them together. But that's kind of weird because, like, if you're going to get donuts, you're not going to be eating ice cream.
Why not?
I guess you could. But you would think you'd put,
Who made you the
like
boss
more
of,
of a-
donuts and ice cream?
more of like a food, like dinner kind of stuff, sandwiches, whatever, and then like a donut or ice cream. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a prime time combination, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, I do like that. That's right. And I don't think you can get like coffee at Baskin Robbins and stuff. So, but you can probably
Okay.
get coffee ice cream. But
Well, but it's like how you'll see the buildings where there's like a Taco Bell and a KFC. Like in like the drive-throughs where you can drive up to one and get like KFC and like
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, you expect those
You okay?
at like a rest stop,
Right.
you know, but like on the highway, you know. But there's a lot of them we don't have here. Like we don't have Arby's, we don't have a bunch of them.
Yeah. We were trying to think of what we wanted to eat for the stream tonight. We're like, we just have like no hip hop and places around here.
There was a rumor that a Chick-fil-A was going to come in because they did open one about a year ago, about an hour away. But there was a rumor, but I haven't seen any signs of it.
I don't love Chick-fil-A either.
He used to like the waffle fries. I don't like how they like stand outside at a lot of them and
I
like
wish-
approach you and you can't even see the signboard to order.
I really wish we had a Dairy Queen.
Yes.
And Arby's would be cool.
Mhm. Dairy Queen would be like number one. I would be over the moon. They have the best cheese curds. Yeah, there's a Chick-fil-A in Warwick and one in Fall River.
Hi. I'm trying to think, what else?
There's a Dairy Queen in Cranston. Is it just a Dairy Queen? Like
Dairy Queen.
yeah. Is
It's
it like the
just a-
full Dairy Queen or is it just the ice cream part? You know how they can do both? Yeah, we don't have Culver's
Dairy
here.
Queen has good cheese curds.
And I think Culver's is a Midwest thing.
Because I know we've gone to some Dairy Queens and they'll have like I've pulled up to some and they've just had like hot dogs and fries and then all the ice cream.
Right.
And it like advertise on the Google write up, oh yeah, we got food.
Yeah, they call them two different things. They're both Dairy Queen, but one's called like Dairy Queen Bar or something like that, and the other's called the Dairy Queen something.
Dairy Queen. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try the.
They have food and ice cream.
Oh, so these are Southwest egg rolls.
And what did you say it was in Cranston?
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, Southwest egg rolls. I thought these were like.
Oh, right. Yes, I left that part out. I'm
Oh.
so sorry.
So what do we got for a dipper for those?
Oh, I think it's ranch. I think.
It should be guacamole or something.
Oh.
It should be avocado ranch.
Well, I know Cheesecake Factory has like those avocado egg rolls or whatever. It's
Someone's typing on YouTube too. I can't see what they're saying.
it's not.
You also got beans and cheese.
These are all of all places for that to land. That wasn't
Right.
the one.
Yeah. It looks like corn and beans.
Princeton Atwood Ave. We'll have to be hitting up.
Yeah, we do
We
love
have to
Dairy
have-
Queen.
Maybe this might be an avocado ranch.
That's what I'm hoping.
Does that make it
Okay.
better?
Well, I'm gonna taste that.
I don't know why this is like. I don't know if it's because I'm not as
It does taste
hungry.
like ranch.
I don't know if it's because I'm not as hungry. Because we've already eaten like a good amount of this in the. Oh, I guess we've been on for 20 minutes. I was gonna say I feel like it's been like 2 minutes and I've wolfed down like a bunch of food. Okay, she's being brave. For some reason, I'm feeling like not as brave with this right now. Is it okay? Oh, okay. Hey,
What was that?
it was a little game thing. Okay, wait, those are good. Okay,
Oh, a game bow.
I was being dramatic.
Very cool.
That was
Thank
really
you, Tara.
Thank you.
Tara, that was my maiden name, but I spelled it differently.
So it wasn't your maiden.
Right.
It was with an E, not a D. These are like taco-y vibes.
Yeah.
Like,
Burrito.
like
Burrito.
Southwest. Yeah. They're not bad.
I was expecting them to have like Chinese vegetables in them.
Surprise. No, it's like a chiquito, kind of. The coloring is
It's
still
not bad.
The coloring is still weird inside. I think it's avocado, but I think it's like browning.
But it's not an egg roll. Like, it's more like a pastry puff it's in.
I was just gonna say I got like a thick bite of pastry. Like,
But it's flaky.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed. I for a while I see so many posts because one thing about Mom, she's just such a classy lady. You guys might not know that or not. I don't know. But go ahead. Mom's not one to like, I don't know, you're not one to be like, let's go to Chili's. Like,
I never think to go there.
like not that we like really go, like you don't really say, let's go anywhere.
Hey, thank you for the
But-
monkey.
Like,
Toby, how are you doing, my friend?
I mean, I guess we did used to go to Chili's actually, so I don't know what I'm even saying. I don't know what I'm getting at. But typically this is like, I guess we just don't like dine out a whole lot in general.
No.
So when I see other people ranting and raving about the triple dippers, I'm like a little skeptical. I'm like,
let's see what
like,
that's all about if we ever go out.
I'm like, I haven't been to Chili's in a while, but I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, she's trying
Their
to
fries
sneak
are
in here.
good. She's
Hey,
trying to get a
ma'am.
fry.
Hey, ma'am. Did someone drop bacon in your hair? Or did you somehow finagle some bacon into your hair? Because that's what that is. Hey, you gotta let me get it.
Speaking of classy. Oh, finish what you were saying.
Oh no, I thought you were just gonna start describing me.
Oh, well, I was going to do that too.
Wait, what was I even saying though? Oh, I think, sorry, to just wrap up what I was saying, this is much better than I expected, and it's worth the hype, and yeah, okay, so go on.
Yeah. Speaking of classy, on
Yeah.
our way back
Oh,
from picking this up, we passed this diner
hi Lily.
that's long been in need of like a paint job and whatever, right? So we're driving past, and there's a wedding going on there.
Yeah, this old diner in town that, we've been wondering how
Oh, they same business. There's never any cars there.
we wonder, how they're doing.
Yeah. Not even open half the time, whatever. So
You okay?
we're driving by, and I look in the parking lot. There's a wedding going on. Not only a wedding,
Congrats.
but I mean it's like a real budget diner, right? Which is okay. I
It's
mean everything's so
fine.
stinking expensive.
Yeah.
But the bride and groom got a vintage white Rolls Royce to come to the wedding in.
Hey.
Now, if
But
I
they're
was going
priorities.
budget on my wedding, I don't think I would have been spending on that. But
Maybe it was in the family.
I was just gonna say, it could have been a gift from a family member.
Or could have been the grandfathers was
Or-
letting them.
Well, somebody might have said, "I'll pay. I think you guys should really have this for your wedding and something special or whatever." And that's my wedding gift to you, or something. So I mean that could be the case, but I'm like, I mean, when you see a wedding at a diner,
We're having a triple dipper. We had to make sure the hype was real about the Chili's triple dipper, and
it's
it is.
Chili's.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Chili's. Not sponsored, but we'll take it. If you want
Yeah.
Chili's, please.
Chili's, you want to send us a gift card? We can do this and order up some other things.
But so as we're driving by this diner earlier, Tina, please be quiet. Thank you. As we're driving by this diner earlier, Mom's like, "Oh my God, there's a wedding going on at the diner." And I said, "Oh my God, that diner?" And she goes, "Yeah, that diner." And I said, "I saw someone posting the other day on Snapchat that there was a wrestling match in that diner. That they put up some pop-up, like, wrestling ring. But, and I'm saying to myself, this person's posting, like, this wrestling ring in the middle of this diner, and I'm like, how...
And this diner's not that big.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how big could this wrestling ring be? And then I saw who was wrestling in the ring, and it was two dwarfs. So it was dwarf wrestling.
Yeah.
And so I guess the ring didn't have to be entirely all that big. No shade. No disrespect. Just facts.
I don't even know any dwarfs. Never mind two. Never mind two that know how to wrestle.
Never mind two that know how to wrestle in this area. That are at the diner.
How did they get that together?
And how do you know about these events?
Whose list do you get on for this?
Who's orchestrating these dwarf wrestling matches in the diner?
And I didn't even know that was a thing.
Diner dwarf
Wrestling?
wrestling? How do I get in that group? Like, is it a Facebook group?
Do they do other events of other types?
Do they do regular wrestling as well as diner dwarf wrestling?
Because I would like to go to a rodeo if they got that on their lineup. Get us on that list.
Where?
Ireland. Wow.
If the
My
dwarfs...
son's going to Ireland for a couple of weeks. Hey, thank you so much. Are you eating our lunch again?
If the dwarfs are in
Thank
the
you,
diner,
Toby.
where are the tall people? Where are the tall people wrestling? In the towers?
Yeah.
Oh my god. 9/11.
Oh. It's 9/11 already?
Anyways.
Thank you for the fish and chips.
Anyways.
We got to do that one night. Get fish and chips. Because, when you get fish and chips out, at one of these, places that are open, some of them are just open, for the summer seasonally. But it's so different. You have to do it once a year, right?
We were going to go to the beach and get lobster rolls and fries earlier. But then Mom was, doing stuff earlier, and time got away from us.
So we didn't.
And then it was, 5 o'clock, and she was like, you still want to go?
But they
Did
close
they?
early.
And I was like, but I might be busy there now. So then I said, we'll do Chili's.
Let's come up with a plan B.
So yeah, last week they were doing dwarf wrestling, and this week there was a wedding. So maybe we need to...
And on a Saturday, that would be prime time any place. Usually a Saturday night,
Maybe
right?
we need to go hit up that diner for breakfast one of these days. And
They might have it posted, what's going on.
Maybe we can get in the community.
Yeah. Maybe they've got some special...
Oh, the flower headband!
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Maybe they've got some, special, hand signal or, code words or something you need to know to be
Oh, well, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That only the people in the know.
No.
No.
Oh, no!
Wow.
I'm telling you. It was pretty crazy.
So, Tatum's bringing us a toy, everybody. This is the toy Tatum's brought
French
us
fries.
today.
Some French fries are pretty good. Wow, this is pretty heavy for still having only 2 sliders in it. Their sliders are big. Does anybody else been to Chili's and enjoyed this?
Yeah, I am. It's worth the hype that everyone was.
Yeah.
Tatum's giving her 2 cents on it. So, I also wanted to talk about something that worked for me today, that this is not going to be a very sexy conversation. It's fine. Anyways, my shoulder has been itching me the last few days. And there was these little bumps on it. Hi, Christine. Just wondering where you were. We almost finished our triple dipper, Christine.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Triple Dipper Plus.
Where have you been? We've been over here dipping, and Tatum's throwing toys and shit. You're really coming in for the meat and the potatoes of the conversation,
Oh
Christine.
boy,
so
here we
it's
go.
fine. No, I was just gonna say, I don't know. I saw one of my mutuals talking about it the other day that she had gotten like some chest like acne that was like really itchy, and she
Where do you
figured
suppose I should put this that she won't want it? But she'll
um,
want it no matter what.
if it's closed, it
Yeah.
was sitting next to you the whole time. Come
Yeah.
here, babe. Get away from that. Thank you.
I should want to tease her.
Friend of mine had like chest acne, and she had like figured out like, oh, it's like fungal acne or whatever. And so she had made a video talking about how she had gotten like Head and Shoulders or any like dandruff shampoo because it has like antifungal properties in it. And she used that on her chest, and it cleared up like right away. And then I remembered seeing a bunch of other videos about people that were having like fungal acne on their
Yeah.
face and stuff that started using dandruff shampoo like as whatever. So the last like few days I've had like kind of like itchy, bumpy on my shoulder. Like they weren't quite like bug bite. Like they're just like tiny,
Like prickly, more like a heat rash.
like a little smaller. Yeah, like a little smaller than like pimples, but not like I don't know. So after a few days of my shoulder itching me, I took into account my friend's video the other day where she said whatever. So anyways, today we went and got Selsun Blue,
That's it. The medicated formula.
but we got the store brand because it was half the price. It was only $5.
Yeah.
So we got Selsun Blue,
But it had all. It said it was exactly the same.
and I figured it would take like a few washes, but it was the medicated wash, whatever. Came home, I took a little showy, and my shoulder, the bumps are like gone. I let it sit in the shower for like 10 minutes, and I did like a triple. I did like similar to the triple dipper. I did a triple washer, let it sit for like 10 minutes, washed it. I wasn't in the shower that long, but yeah, so like instantly the bumps are like gone. They're minuscule, microscopically there, and it's not itchy at all.
Yeah. So if anybody gets some kind of a little rash, it's worth a try. I mean, and the store brand works.
It's very common like this time of year.
Yeah. So with the humidity and
Yeah, like I'm not trying to make it like a gross conversation. Some of you might be eating.
it wasn't like
dinner with
oozing
us,
or
so-
doing anything
No, it's
gross.
just a little like
No.
It was like kind of like a rash, if you will, but it wasn't quite like there
And
was
it's
no
been going
redness.
on for a little while.
There was no redness or like super raised bump. It was just kind of like itchy. I thought to myself too that it might be because the birds are on my shoulders a lot. That if they ever had like poop on their tails or their feet
Yeah.
and came up and like were kind of rubbing on it, there's a million different things.
It could have been all kinds of things.
People just sweat and get like
Yeah.
fungal
Like a
acne,
heat,
whatever. Yeah. So just I wanted to like spread the word that I found that you can even use the store brand, and it worked immediately because we were talking about it like on the ride home, and she had said your friend or someone you knew or something
Had traveled to a tropical island and caught something.
and tried it, and it didn't like it helped, but it didn't cure it or whatever, and they had to use other stuff. And that they had to use it for like a long time, and I'm like, oh well, I'm hoping it'll only take one or
Like
two uses. Like it's not, I don't have anything like crazy going on. It just
Yeah.
kind of like a little itchy, little. It worked like immediately.
Yeah, and then the next step up from the there's like Head and Shoulders, and then there's the Selsun Blue, and then there's one after that. It starts with a T. It's called T something. That's even stronger. A third step, but it kind of really stinks, that third one, and it's like super like tar. It's like tar. There is like no lathering going on, but that really worked for them because I guess some people never get rid of whatever this was
Yeah.
that they had, but it did work.
But yeah, just like a summer life hack if you've been like sweaty and it's making you kind of itchy. It's over the counter. The bottle we got was a big size. It'll last a long
A
time.
while, yeah.
For $5, and it wasn't on sale. It was just store brand price. I mean, I washed one of my armpits with it because
No way.
I wanted
Well,
to do.
compare?
Yeah, I wanted to do a little test and see if it like
If it
self
like blues.
Like, and it does feel like a little bit cleaner. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow,
Like I washed the other pit, but like
wow.
so like maybe there's a moderate fungal
Oh,
that it made it
cleansed
relieve
your pit.
Yeah. So
yeah, there you go.
but you never know. So I'm just here to spread the good word
That's
of
right.
Jesus and anti-dandruff jam shampoo.
That's right. And we're not sponsored.
No.
But we could be if anybody out there would
Selfin,
want
are
to
you
sponsor.
listening?
A Selsin, that's right. She could even do. We could do this like in the shower and eat shower food while you're doing the Selsin.
What's that? A squeezy tube of applesauce? What the heck is shower food?
I don't know. What would be an appropriate food for the shower? I don't know.
A popsicle?
Oh, there you go. But it'd be melting down your shit,
Right in the shower to rinse it off.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see what else.
What else been going on? Anything new with you guys?
Can you believe it's almost July?
Julayan.
I'm not. And we haven't even started to get a tan. I mean, that's how cold it's been. We had 2 days that were warm, like really good and warm and humid. But other than that, it's been going down in the high 50s at night.
You'd have to bring out-of-state dwarves. Wait, I missed that.
And out of state dwarves.
Out-of-state dwarves is so funny.
I know. I mean, I went to school with one dwarf. Or I'm not sure how you identify dwarf from a midget. Well, I know there is a definition
I think
for it.
midget is just the offensive term.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought one was you were just really short, but all your appendages and everything are in sync with it. And the other one is just that your legs and
because
you have a regular sized body.
It's a medical condition. It's dwarfism. And so if you have dwarfism, they call you a dwarf, right? I don't know.
I thought there were 2 separate things, but I could be wrong.
Alexa, is a midget a thing?
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that was bad wording.
What's the difference between a midget and a dwarf?
What's the difference between a midget and a dwarf? Oh, I forgot to say her name. I'm just asking Jesus. Hey Alexa, is there a difference between a midget and a dwarf?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the main difference between a dwarf and a midget is in their proportions. A midget will have all of their body parts in typical ratios, whereas a dwarf will have a head that may appear large for their bodies, or limbs that may appear shorter.
Oh.
That's what I said. A dwarf, everything is still all in size proportion, but they're just really
Yeah.
short. But a midget has a normal sized body and small
Right.
legs and
I thought it was I thought it was all dwarfism. I thought there was just a spectrum of if it was more severe, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some
because
dwarfs.
the gentleman that I went to school with, they said he was a midget because his body was normal.
Well, they also said they called people a lot of things back then.
And but his legs were super short in his arms,
Alexa, what's the medical?
Medical is a noun meaning
No,
something
stop
that
that.
receives
Alexa,
an art-
stop. Alexa, what is the medical definition of a midget?
Medical dwarfism is when an adult's height is 4 feet 10 inches or less. The term midget is generally offensive. Those with dwarfism tend to prefer the terms little person or dwarf.
So
I think they're both dwarfism, but they're just different types of dwarfism.
So what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I think maybe someone that's just shorter, like how you were saying that the person you went to school with was a midget, maybe they're more just referred to now as a little person.
Right.
If they don't have as much of a dwarfism, then it's... Someone said, oh my god, they prefer little person. We're trying to figure that out. No one was answering our question before. I had to ask Alexa. No one had... Oh. I wasn't summoning you, robot.
So little person is, I believe they're all little people. Right.
Right. But, like, because some people are just, like, there are people that are dwarfs that have more proportionate...
Right,
like,
that's what we were trying to
limbs.
identify. Right.
Well, because that's... Alexa said that something about the head proportion.
Is, yeah, you can have like a normal
Maybe we
torso
should,
and head.
Maybe we need to stop saying the word because we
Yeah.
might get flagged on
Yeah.
here if
Yeah.
it's used as just an offensive word now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see your comment before, Christine. Well, I'm trying to get to the bottom of if there's an actual...
I'm sure there's...
If it was just a slang,
Yeah.
or if it was ever if there was ever an actual medical term, like similar
Like
to
if
like
that was
Asperger's.
that's
how,
not
like,
a diagnosis,
That's
right.
what now it's not like it's like offensive or it's not a thing. Like if you say someone has Asperger's,
It's not a
or whatever,
diagnosis, a
but it
medical
once
diagnosis.
upon a time was. So that's why I was trying to get to the root of like
Yeah.
was the M word ever. Was there like a certain that they called dwarfism, like 4 feet or less, and midget?
I was just
The M
right.
word was like
I was just gonna say
for
you
something.
have to be a certain height or less.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know
But-
that's a factor in it. You have to be below a certain height.
But now it's all one group.
Oh, okay.
I just can't keep up with the times here.
I know.
Midget is slang, and that's why it's became offensive, but it's always been considered being a dwarf. Right.
But they're just different types of being a dwarf, of dwarfism. It
Well,
affects
it's-
different bodies differently.
That's what, I think people always knew that, I don't know where the M term stemmed from or whatever it was, but I think it was just always used more as a derogatory. But, like, I think, like, doctors used the term and stuff, too. Like, I think
the word actually
I don't know.
means something, but people used it to mean... Yeah.
might have been an original term, but turned derogatory.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few
Because-
like that.
Like, if people don't know the difference and then they just, like, use words trying to be offensive. Yeah. I don't know. Wow, guys, didn't think that's where this stream
No.
was headed this evening. Happy Saturday. We were just talking about the wrestling. I knew that it was dwarf wrestling. No one intentionally used the M word tonight.
No, we're all good. We're good girls. So, we do have an update on the monarch eggs. So far,
dwarfism is from a mutation of chromosome 4, from what Google says.
Okay.
Wow. Well, there we go. That's why I was looking for the...
We've got a smart cookie over there.
They said they checked Google.
Yeah.
But thanks, Cookie.
Yeah.
That's what... Yeah, I was... Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
So we have so far located 4 monarch eggs. We're hoping to find more this week, but 2 have actually hatched.
Yeah, guys.
That's
They
the
are
butterfly.
currently... Maybe I'm just gonna say they're currently dwarf caterpillars.
Don't be saying that.
I don't think that's going to help any case today.
They are newborns.
Yeah, they're just... Yeah.
newborn caterpillars.
They're just little guys.
So 2 have hatched so far.
Hi.
And
Look, I have a little dog. I'm allowed to say certain.
and talking about egg updates, that one of the lovebirds laid yet another egg, and of course that one cracked too.
It didn't crack as bad though.
Yeah.
I cracked it.
Yeah.
The yolk was still in it.
So she's laid 2 eggs, and we've had 2 eggs hatch, and so that's the egg update. Because I know you guys were all waiting for that.
Here's a Tatum update. She let me trim one ear. She let me trim one ear really nice today, but she was sleeping while I did it, so I did not get to trim the other one yet.
Yeah.
But everyone tell her she looks cute.
She looks beautiful. Thank you so much. So next Friday is 4th of July, and
July.
you're not lying. And that is one day that Tatum really doesn't care for much. She is adorable. Thank you so much. She doesn't. That's one of the few things that bother her is fireworks and thunderstorms.
Yeah, the birds all of a sudden loud.
So when they were
just wait one sec. Hey. What the heck's going on? Even Tatum went, I don't know. Okay,
but
go on.
But the fireworks must be really very expensive. I mean, they always were, but they were actually advertising on the radio for people to donate to the fireworks. I mean,
and Facebook.
Yeah.
To people to donate to the local fireworks.
Now, how crazy is that? And I said to them, we can't be donating to something that scares our little Tatum.
We don't want no fireworks to be doing the
You got your dog a vest that's supposed to help with anxiety and fireworks? Yeah, I've heard that.
Tatum likes to go into the bathtub during fireworks.
Yeah, she first of all, she really likes being naked.
Yeah, she doesn't like clothes.
She's such a sweetheart, but she has got a bigger wardrobe than I do. However, try to put it on her. She does not like clothes.
Also, Tatum, for whatever reason, during fireworks, does not like me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've never done anything to her.
She comes looking for me.
Like, for everything. No offense,
You're
Mom,
number 1.
But for, like, everything, if she could live in my skin, she would.
Yeah.
Except when there's fireworks.
Fireworks and thunderstorms.
When there's fireworks, for whatever reason, there's nothing that I can do to bring her comfort. I try to pick her up. I try to kiss her and cuddle her and comfort her. I'm like, I don't have to do any of that. I can just sit next. I can sit with you.
And she'll shake. Like
She'll shake and she'll get
like tremor shake.
She'll get like worse with me.
Yeah. And she'll come down with me. Now
she'll go find Mom and be more calm.
And now if for some reason we're not home.
Hi, Sandy.
And a thunderstorm comes up or something, she'll go in and literally jump into the bathtub and behind the shower curtain and everything. And you'd come home looking for her, you don't even know where she is. She'll be in there quiet as a church mouse.
I know there's been times where we've come home and like during like thunderstorms or fireworks, because sometimes the neighbors will set off fireworks and we didn't know, and we'll be driving home and be like, oh no, Tatum's gonna be whatever. And we'll open the door and be like, Tatum. Like,
she won't come out.
Because usually she runs up and greets us at the door. And there's been a few times there's been like fireworks that we didn't know about. And we've come home and she'll be in the tub, but we walk in and we're like, oh my God, where is she? And one time we frantically were searching the whole house until I finally was like, the only place I haven't looked is the bathtub.
And there she was. And at our house in Florida, one time or a couple of times, she found comfort hiding behind the toilet.
Yeah, she used to do that.
She literally, like behind it.
I think that was when
She was little then.
I think that was when we had a tub that was too high for her to get into.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the tub we have here is pretty high. I don't know how she gets into it. But I read something.
I'm sure she just sleeps in.
there's something about the bathtub because like they say like in like tornadoes and stuff too, like if you don't have like a basement to go in the bathtub or whatever.
So she must have heard the memo.
Yeah, there's something about bathtubs that it like.
Yeah, they don't understand.
There's something about what they're made of. Alexa.
Yes, we
why
both
do
lived in
dogs
Florida
go
for a little
into
bit, off and on,
bathtubs
snowbirds.
while it's thunderstorming?
From Rover.com. The porcelain of the bathtub effectively blocks electricity from traveling, and this is likely why dogs often jump in the tub when they feel a storm approaching.
Did you hear that, everybody? I don't think you did because Mama was talking. Did you hear that?
I didn't because I was talking.
Alexa, volume up. Alexa, volume 7. Alexa, volume 7. Alexa, why do dogs go in bathtubs during thunderstorms?
From Rover.com. The porcelain of the bathtub effectively blocks electricity from traveling, and this is likely why dogs often jump in the tub when they feel a storm approaching.
Because they're smart.
I don't know who taught her that. I don't know where you learned that. I don't know how you figured that out. But we just came home and found you in the bathtub? Yeah?
I wonder if that's the case with people that have fiberglass tubs. Because ours is porcelain. But I wonder if you have a fiberglass tub if they do the same thing.
Probably not. I'm gonna go with probably not, right? And maybe that's why she didn't go in the... Maybe that's why she was by the toilet, because...
The toilet's porcelain.
Maybe it was a porcelain toilet and not a porcelain bathtub.
Yeah. Most toilets are porcelain. I betcha. I bet that's what it was.
That would be a pretty name if it wasn't what toilets were made out of.
A lot of things are made out of porcelain. They used to do teeth with porcelain.
Is anyone named Porcelain? Is that a name?
It's a pretty... They dishware is made out of porcelain.
But, I mean, like, for a little baby girl.
That's a good name.
Because, like, her nickname could be Lynn.
Right. Yeah, 'cause you wouldn't want to call her poor.
Porce. Porce! Time for dinner! Right. Oh, did I not give you dinner yet? Am I just the worst in the world? Am I just the worst?
What was for dinner? We did the, Megan picked out tonight. We did the Chili's, the triple dipper, and then an extra side of sliders and fries.
You can't have those. There's
two sliders and fries left of the 4. And then
egg roll and a chicken tender.
Yeah, and then it was also, if you missed any, you can go back and watch it. We will load this up to our YouTube channel afterwards. Megan got an amazing cheese pull on her mozzarella stick.
I might put it on my Instagram story later.
Because I bit it from the side, she bit it from the end, and she got a big old pull.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, Mama. I took the one from the bottom because I thought it would be hotter, and I thought the cheese would be more pulley.
Oh, see that? And so she pulled it. She pulled one right over on me.
Because I knew my technique
was better than mine.
Had more potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even when we went and got them Korean cheese dog pull things, you always got I don't know, something.
I'll be pulling.
Yeah, you got that down. Maybe because that wasn't a thing when I was younger, so I never got educated on how to do the perfect pull.
Back in the 1800s.
They did, but they weren't pulling it. Or in the 1700s, neither.
You were left for both? Wow.
Maybe even the 1600s.
Wow. One thing about me, I can yank some cheese.
And nobody was pulling it. That's right. That's right. It wasn't like, everything now is all trendy and clicky and...
Well, someone had to start it, and maybe it should have been you.
Should have been.
See, back in the 1800s, you should have been the originator.
What was I thinking?
I don't know. You're sitting around sewing.
Right, and crocheting.
Ugh, what a waste of time. You could have been pulling
Darning
shades.
socks.
Could have been a trendy girl. Could have been the first trend.
Yeah, see?
See?
I know. Isn't that funny? They used to call it darning socks when they mend the holes.
Don't make me
I'm not a good crocheter. You got that mastered. You're the pro at that. And I saw your little worm one that you made and posted up. I went in and liked it. I saw your little crocheted worm. Was that from a special show or something? Did I miss something? Because somebody had made a comment or something saying that it was, and so I thought maybe it was supposed to be a specific worm, and I didn't know that. Oh, it's a game. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I just thought it was a cute, I knew it was a worm.
We would never make fun of crocheting. I'm just blaming her for doing that instead of inventing the cheese pull.
A few things I didn't invent a computer back then either.
Now's your time to shine.
My time to shine. Let me see if I can.
Oh, you didn't shine. It's because you're doing it wrong.
I gotta do this.
No, on the arrow.
Yeah. Oh, I always do that.
Gosh, no wonder you didn't invent the cheese pull.
I know, I couldn't even follow directions.
Jeez.
Jeez, Louise.
And the directions were an arrow.
They were right there. I know, I didn't even have to read them. It was like Pictionary.
The directions were a direction.
Directional.
Jeez.
Right? Well, you know.
You know? Forced kisses.
Yeah.
Mm.
She's such a good girl.
She is.
Yeah, we love her.
So I started watching a new show earlier, but I only was half watching it.
Oh,
So
you'll have to watch it
I'm
again.
probably gonna have to start it over if I want to continue
Was it on
watching it
Netflix?
because I don't really know what was happening. I think I was like 5 episodes in when I started going, oh, this looks like it might be something I want to watch. Sometimes if it's not, okay, I have the type of autism where if a movie doesn't have someone I recognize, or a TV show doesn't have someone that I recognize, I can't,
Like, get involved.
I like, it doesn't, like,
What if he was, like, really hot and you didn't know him?
well, there was none of that in this either.
Oh. So that does not apply to this one?
No. So there's this new, birds, please. I don't know why you're being so yappy. Thank you. There's this
She does look a little like Tatum O'Neal. But, you know, Tatum doesn't look like Tatum O'Neal.
It's this new show. You might see it on, no, not on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. It's on Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Why did I say that?
I don't know. You meant to say Amazonian.
I did.
Yeah. I
Why
knew
did-
what you were thinking, but you were just like, she's supposed to be like in a party mood. Yahoo!
What?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I said that word. But that was kind
Me
of fun.
either.
Yahoo! It was kind of fun.
Anyways, it's on Amazon. And it's We Are Liars.
I've been watching that.
Oh. So you know there's no hunky grabs.
No, but it's worth watching. There's still more episodes. That's a new series. They released that in the whole series set,
Yeah.
and that's a new one for this year. So I don't know if they're gonna release another one this year or not.
Yeah.
But that just got released recently. So yeah, I haven't finished watching it yet myself.
I started-
And I think I'm up to about 5 or 6.
No spoilers. I started watching the first episode, right? And it was good. There was no comfort celebrities that I knew or could, like, you know, I didn't recognize any. None of my friends were in the movie or in the show.
None of mine either.
So, I was watching the first episode and I'm like, okay, this is good. Regardless, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
I guess I'll listen to their story for a minute. And then it was good, but it was the first episode's like really slow going.
Yeah, because
But
it's
it's
trying to
very
put all the pieces and
introductory.
parts together. Yeah.
And like it was good, but at a certain point I was like,
You're
this
getting
is
bored.
this is good. This
Not
is
paying
this
attention.
is good.
Yeah.
And then I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, here's a fun someone's Instagram
Yeah.
with fun content. Let me watch this for 10 minutes. And then once you do that, you zone out too long that you don't know what's happening. And then it's just automatically playing the next episodes. And I'm like, wow, another fun Instagram to look at. Okay, let's do that.
But yeah, so I'm watching it as well. And yeah. But actually, I might be further ahead, so I'm not going to do any spoilers.
Francesca gets it. If they're unknowns, I'm not interested. And like, they don't even have to be like big celebrities, but I had to. They had to have
one that you.
They had to have at least been like an extra,
Yeah.
even in something else that I've seen them, and because it's like, not only like that you recognize whatever.
I mean, they're in your bedroom for God's sakes.
For over an hour
at a time.
Yeah. And so it's not even like, but they also, like, it can't just be like any celebrity either. Like, they have to be from a movie or show that I liked.
Yeah.
And I can be like, okay, I can put my trust in this
You're allowed to stay in my bedroom.
That knows nothing about me, that I know that they know how to act, and they have, like, a standard for... Like,
they meet your whole...
Well, it's just like if someone that you know was in another good movie, you at least can hope that they have a good judgment and wouldn't be in bad movies.
Yeah.
If they've been in good ones. And so, yeah. So... Has anybody
else seen it yet, or are in the process of watching it? No spoilers, though, guys.
Yeah, so is anyone else...
Because we're not done watching it.
Is anyone else watching We Are Liars on Amazon?
And
actually, I lied. I'm a liar.
See? Oh, you just want to be part of the crew.
They are my friends. Oh my god. I'm a liar, guys. There is one comfort celebrity, and I think once I like looked up and she popped up on screen, is what made me start tuning in.
See?
And so I think maybe I'll have to. There's one girl. She's Catherine from the Vampire Diaries. I think that's her name. The blonde girl from the Vampire Diaries. But I didn't realize at first because like I'm pretty sure she's.
I know why you didn't. I didn't recognize you either. Part of it she's brunette and part of it she's blonde.
That's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the moms that I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Which that in the first episode got very confusing for me.
Right.
The girl with the hair color going back and forth.
It was that also was continuing to confuse me because I would be
You're
like
wait a
zoning
minute.
out.
Yeah.
And it'd be an episode with her with dark hair, and then I'd zone out.
In the same episode, she has light. Yeah.
I'd zone back in, and I'm like...
It's I think, to try to let you identify with the times that they're going back to.
Right,
but they do put it up on the screen back to, 2017 or whatever
that was with that show Yellow Jackets. Remember, I was telling you, it was a similar thing where it was almost too chopped up. Mm-hmm. Where it was too frequent of a flip back and forth between timelines that it really, they didn't give you enough, like, of each timeline at a time for you to, like, absorb and connect with and want to know the reflecting back.
They don't do as many flip backs on this one. I mean, I didn't see the Yellow Jackets, but this one, it's not too many. You know what I mean? That it gets real confusing.
If you guys haven't seen the show, you have no idea what we're talking about. But there's some, no spoilers, but there's some sort of, like, tragic incident. I don't really even know what, and before the tragic incident, there's one girl who's a blonde, and after the tragic incident, sorry, I got a little runny nose.
She dyed her hair black.
She dyed her hair dark, so they flash back and forth. All of a sudden, 1 minute she looks like the exact same.
Yes.
She's like, because it's like.
They're only like a year apart or 2 years apart in this.
So I've been noticing this side of my nose has been bleeding lately.
Did you try the salsa blue?
No.
But we'll work on that. There might be something over the counter, store brand for $5.
But this is the side of my nose that the doctor. I went in because I thought this side was clogged. I thought maybe I had a deviated septum, and he said it's actually deviated on this side, or something like that. So I'm wondering. He said there was no issue, but I'm wondering how come there's an issue on my tissue lately. You'd think with the humidity, it wouldn't make my
right, because it wouldn't be dry. Yeah.
Unless my cavities are going
So moist. Yeah, that
they're reopening and trying to navigate the.
You're purging.
My nose is getting its period.
Is it that time of the month?
That time, my nose puberty.
A menstrual nose.
Mm.
She has a menstrual nose.
Mm.
But I think men can get menstrual noses too.
I don't care.
That's true. We have an all-female household here.
Yeah, and the birds were being a little sassy today, and so I usually only give them 1, sometimes 2 special foods, but today they got 3 of the 4 of their special favorite foods. Oh my god, look at her.
She's too cute.
They got chickpeas, spinach, and pasta today. Because they were being a little feisty after all that egg laying.
Yeah, they were.
Right.
In fact, she was really being stern with them. That I'm like, is she talking to Tatum? What could Tatum have possibly have done? And then all of a sudden, Tatum comes creeping over to me because I was on the other side of the house. And I'm like, well, I guess it wasn't you that she was talking to.
Well, no, because I heard them kind of like squawking and like kind of getting into it, and I don't want them to fight or start getting violent with each other. And so I went out and I was like, hey, knock it off, hey,
I know, and I thought Tatum was maybe getting into something, which she never does. And, for you to like raise your voice to get her attention, but not our little angelic Tatum. She would never do that.
Because I liked, especially if they're beaking at each other, if I put my hand in the middle to try and stop, my hand is getting those beaks.
Yeah.
And so...
Chip-chipperoo.
If they're... Lately, if they've ever gotten into any kind of, squabble, it's literally within, 3 to 5 seconds, and they're over it. But that's what I heard it from my room and came out, and they were still kind of chasing each other around the cage and kind of fighting. And so I was like, hey! And so I try to break it up without sticking my hand in there.
Yeah.
But
they don't know any better because they use their mouth to climb up too.
But they were also attacking each other with their mouths. And so then eventually I just opened it and I grabbed one of them out and I went, what
are you guys up to?
And they were very happy to be separated in that moment.
Well, I think one of them laid both the eggs, and I think she was just being broody and maybe out of sorts.
Well, the thing is, she's been kind of they have this little shelf that I have for them to sleep on because when they were little babies, they were sleeping on the bottom of the cage
But we put something down.
We put something for them to be able to lay on so that they don't have to roost when they sleep. Because it is important.
Because we want lazy birds.
Well, no, it's important for them to get a good
rest.
Good sleep. And so they've never been really used to sleeping on a perch where they have to hold on with their feet.
They have plenty of perches, but
if they ever want to or whatever, they certainly have that option. But I like to give them the option, and they've always taken advantage of. They sleep on this little shelf that I have for them together, so that it's
plenty of room and they're comfortable.
Plenty of room that they can both lay down or whatever. So that's where she's been trying to. She'll bring over little pieces of their toys and whatever and try to build this little nest, and that's where she's been laying her eggs, and they roll off and crack at the bottom of the cage. And so I've noticed, because I think what's happening, they're at this age with the egg laying that they're, hitting puberty, and the breeder told us this is the age that's either going to make it or break it for them, that they're going to start getting really violent with each other, and
or they'll just pair up.
And they're going to have to be separated, or they'll pair up as if they're a male and female pair and whatever. And so what we've been assuming has been going on is Ro has taken on the female role. She's the one that laid the last 2 eggs, and Haku has been acting like a male. But I think Ro gets frustrated because, like, Haku doesn't like when you see, like, roosters and chickens. If you throw a bunch of food out, a rooster is going to grab the food and bring it over to the hens.
Yeah.
I don't think those parts click for Haku because she's not a male.
No.
So she doesn't have the instincts to want to feed
or protect
the one harboring its young or whatever. Like, and so I think Ro gets frustrated like with that. And also I think I noticed Haku at first I thought because Ro was kind of in the position like she was going to try and lay another egg. And Haku was kind of laying on the side, like, during the morning, not when they were going to sleep or anything. Like, laying on the side of the shelf. Yeah. Like, taking as much space as, like, Ro would allow. But, like, she looked comfortable. Yeah. And I couldn't tell if it was just, like, her trying to, like, comfort Ro and thought something was wrong and whatever. Or if she was taking on the male role and, like, being a protector while she was laying the egg. I don't know. And so I think what happened was Ro wanted her nest.
She wanted her space.
And I think Haku, there's a lot of confusion as to what she's supposed to do versus what she potentially wants because she is a female bird too. So I think there's a part of her that's like, well, maybe I should also go up here and lay an egg since that's what we're doing around
What are you doing
parts.
over there?
And so I think she had like a little curiosity and also wanted to like protect her and was like concerned and whatever. And so I think Ro didn't like her in her space while she was trying. And so I think that's what started their fight this morning. And so I think she was like trying to push her off the shelf and she like didn't understand whatever. So I don't think that there was like a flipped switch that all of a sudden, because I broke them up, gave them a bunch of food, and they haven't been fighting at all the rest of the day.
So are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? That Dr. Doolittle over here, if anybody has any bird issues... she can probably analyze your birds for you, just saying, kind of therapeutically, and...
Sorry, I was talking too much about the birds.
For a nominal fee, It's resume building.
I could be a holistic vet.
Yeah. You're, like, mind reading and sensing them and, feeling for them.
No, I just observed
Hey,
them.
thank you for the heartbeat.
I just, I saw them this morning and I'm like, I don't know, I think she could get annoyed and want to, like, kick her out of the nest. Like, hey, this is where me and my young are trying to be. Like,
yeah.
But.
Well, we do have a really cool, like, love seat for them. But Megan was too afraid that would make them feel too much like a nest.
It's like a little couch.
Yeah, they love it, too.
But they also filled it with millet.
They did?
It's fucking full of seeds and shit now.
Oh.
It was this soft little
and the millet's
couch
probably
for
hung
them
up in the fleece.
Yeah. The birds are funny.
Yeah, the lovebirds, we have a pair and we got them last fall and hand fed them. So they're really domesticated, not just somebody saying they hand fed them. But what?
We really hand fed them. We're not just someone saying we hand fed them.
No. When you buy one, sometimes they say that they're hand fed. If you're not, if you
adopt.
Yeah, I mean, like if you go to a breeder and you actually see the parents and they're actually tiny, and then you know.
Right. We didn't buy them as adults that we were told they were hand fed.
Right.
We got them as babies and hand fed them ourselves. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't hatch the eggs or nothing, though. No. They're not really that cute when they don't have any feathers, I'm just saying.
No, I have no desire to breed birds right now.
No.
Chickens are one thing, because they come out
with
looking...
fluffy and cute, yeah.
Yeah.
And ducks, too. But, no, most of the other birds don't. They come out with no feathers, no down, no nothing. They come out naked. Yeah, like that.
So, yeah.
So I don't know what we're going to do for the 4th of July. We can do sparklers. Those don't bother Tatum.
I don't think it, because we've had, fireworks
Yeah.
a few times, I think, this summer or spring with people letting them off. I don't think they bother the birds at all.
No. They didn't seem to have. And I can't imagine trying to put one of those little snuggle blankets on them. Yeah, actually, to us, like the birds, it's almost, unless they were like really extremely doing something, it's like white noise. Like we don't even hear it. We'll come on here and people are like, wow, what are all those birds? What's that? We're like, what are you talking about?
I guess those people that wanted to see our socks skedaddled.
Yeah, did our sock friends leave?
It was at the beginning of this
Maybe
chat.
they went
there
to
was
Boston
a
with the Red Sox.
bunch of people saying socks, socks. And sometimes you gotta let people wait. You gotta make them wait.
Good things are worth waiting for.
And by the time we were ready to show our Piggly Wigglies, they were gone.
That's right. Patience is a virtue, they say.
So I guess no Piggly Wigglies today.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But if anybody did miss any of
Oh,
this-
there it is. There's a socks comment. There it is.
Where? Oh,
Right there,
there
like
it is.
clockwork.
Great, look at that. Well, we are,
Unfortunately, our socks are.
our socks aren't gray.
Unfortunately, our socks are. They clocked out. They're off duty
Yeah,
now.
they only come back on for overtime if gifts come.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I actually
Yeah.
don't have socks
You have to-
anymore.
Yeah, you have to, unless you send gifts, then socks are off the table.
You know how
For
at midnight Cinderella, like
Yeah.
the pumpkin and all that stuff. Well, for me, at 8 o'clock, I actually turn into. Did you guys know there's a Bratz doll named Megan?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, I turn back into her,
And she turns into a brat.
and Bratz dolls don't have feet.
They don't?
No, they pop on shoes.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I always remember. I was like,
They were
why?
always,
is
and
that?
but they were always so weird looking anyway, brat dolls.
Hey, well, calm down now.
I mean, there's been a lot of dolls out there that
Calm
have been
down
weird.
now. You're talking about me. It's after 8 o'clock. I ain't got no feet. You better watch yourself. Okay. No, but I always was very confused. I'm like, Miss Polly over here, Miss Polly Pockets, she's got feet. Barbie,
And she had pockets too.
she's got feet. Why do the Brat dolls only have feet
They have big eyes.
when they
no
want to
feet.
wear shoes?
Yeah,
Ain't no Bratz dolls on the beach.
unless in flip flops.
On that note,
I'm just saying.
did you have anything else you needed
Hey,
to...
Gigi.
Did you have anything else you needed to talk about with the crew tonight?
No, but actually, we'll probably see. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm
I interrupted
sorry.
you.
Oh,
I interrupted you.
so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. I hate when that happens.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we'll see you again before 4th of July anyway, because 4th of July is next Friday. So we'll be on probably Tuesday-ish, probably.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We'll be back.
Yeah. We'll have so much new stuff to discuss with you.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, life's been pretty boring lately.
We haven't had any good weather to do anything fun.
Violation warning
What?
for hate speech and hateful behaviors.
What?
What?
Did it get bumped?
No.
So what do I
Let's just
submit
hit okay.
feedback?
Okay.
I can do this while they're on. Let's see. My life doesn't contain.
Yeah. We're about to get off anyway.
Yeah, someone just
so-
sent in a violation on us. So right.
I didn't even. I didn't even say nothing bad today.
We didn't be saying nothing bad. That's right.
Sometimes I'd be saying bad stuff, but I did not. Not in the last 10 to 15 minutes. I didn't.
No. So if anybody out there missed our live, not to worry. Go on over to our YouTube channel. We'll be posting it up over there.
Posting it up
for your viewing pleasure. Tatum, you gonna come say goodbye to the good folks? Excuse me. And to drink some more water.
You don't want to say goodnight?
She's like, why is she holding the phone out? I never hold the phone.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
doesn't like her picture taken and stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't realize. Yeah, so she's not gonna. Yeah, she doesn't like that we're holding the phone. See? Can you see? Look. Come here. She's gonna go behind you. Yeah.
She never
I never hold the phone. Yeah, she's funny about that.
Whenever I try and take selfies with her, she'll literally be like
hiding under your pit. Yeah.
She'll be like, "Oh, is that a phone?" I'm like, "What the hell?"
So I guess she won't be saying goodnight to y'all good people tonight. But anyway, we will catch up with you guys Tuesday. In the meantime, everybody stay happy, healthy. Go get married at a diner.
And hopefully there's some dwarfs wrestling while you're there.
Yeah, free entertainment, guys. Or they might be charging. Just saying.
Hire dwarf wrestling for your next wedding. Bye.
Thanks again, friends.
You having a pillow fight?
She's having a pillow fight with herself. That way she wins.
She's like a cat.
She is.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much. Catch you on the flip-flop.
Wait.
Oh, because I can end it now.
Right.